Welcome to Akihabara. My name is Koiru. I will be your guide for today's bike taxi tour. I'd like to introduce the attraction of Akihabara. Several fine food restaurants in this town, where you enjoy the real view around you. Image on the table screen in front of you and we'll read you. Before start the tour, let me share some rules of this tour. First, please stay at your seat for your safety. Second, you can take pictures during the tour. However, please don't take any pictures of passengers as well as girls in mind custom, handing out a flyer on the street directly. Third, please refrain from posting pictures on SNS if you can see the face of passengers and girls clearly on them. At one place during the tour, you will get off the taxi and wear headset to enjoy 306 degrees on them. Degrees VR video. Now let's start Akihabara tour. What image do you have of Akihabara? This town is well known to be an electric town or a maker of subculture. However, Akihabara is also a gourmet town where a lot of fine food restaurants of wide variety are getting. In 2000, Akihabara became a tourist city with gathering from all over the world as a maker of otaku culture or subculture, famous or manga or cosplay, anime or animation film and video games. At the same time, the town changed as a center of IT industry and many businesses came in. As the number of visitors and workers in Akihabara really increased, the number of restaurants among it also increased in a short period. Actually, there was Kanda vegetable and fruit market, the biggest vegetable and fruit market in Japan, in front of present JR Akihabara station from 1928 to 1989. Fresh vegetables and fruits from throughout Japan were on the market for about 60 years. Some restaurants loved by the market workers from that time still keep their business going and make the value of restaurants in this town richer and more interesting. This tour recommends 10 restaurants in Akihabara that carefully selected by an Akihabara enthusiast. First, the taxi has 4 side streets lined with small shops via Akihabara station. While running, let me tell you briefly how Akihabara has come to be called a measure of otaku or measure of subculture. Until 40 years ago, Akihabara was the leading town of home electrical appliances in the world. Many electrical appliance stores gathered and sold the list most of television, refrigerator, air conditioner, and auto products. Also, foreign people who came to Japan for sites of business Visit Akihabara to buy made in Japan brand goods of high quality and impressive that made good service. Thus, Akihabara flourished more and more. However, for children these days, manga, anime, video games do not mean sub-culture anymore but main culture, a part of their ordinary life. For them, Akihabara may be more special place behind a measure of otaku in the future. You will see the letters ATRE1 or Drill1 on the building just in front of you. It is a station building opened in 2012. This improved the image of Akihabara Station a lot so that few visitors feel comfortable. Events created with animation are often held here. Step on here and you will realize now you are in Akihabara. On the left-hand side is the Akihabara Radio Kaikan, the most well-known landmark in Akihabara with big yellow sign. If you took a look at the shops inside, you can tell what are now in Akihabara. This is the very birthplace of PC in Japan, where NEC sold the first microcomputer kit named TK-80 in 1976. Present Radio Kaikan hosts many pop culture shops representing Akihabara. Look at your right side. Inside of the building is the parts market, the orange of Akihabara Electric Town. There is no other place in the world where electric parts and device shops contract like this. Everybody enjoys making things by hand that contribute to the development of Japan. You see a lot of duty-free store building around the station. In front of you is Chuo or Central Street. You see a lot of duty-free store building around the station. In front of you is Chuo or Central Street. This is the main street of Akihabara with the very image of a mecca of otaku. Some visitors come to Akihabara to just take pictures of the street and get satisfied. Now coming into view in traveling direction is Bansebashi Bridge over Kanda River. Behind the bridge, can you see red-black arch construction? That is the elevated railway of JR Chuo Line. Once there was Bansebashi Station there, being a terminal station where passengers changed trains or trams. The seat was always filled with many people. Now Bansebashi Station was renovated as a shopping factory named Machiakyu and opened it in 2013. The old red-black artery and the station addition to the factory were shops and caves of a certain taste also your electritor. Look at in front of you, you can see ordinary viaducts stop line. The elevator railway of the stop line was extended from Ryokok to Ochanomizu in 1932. It hit at the same level with the three-story building, far higher than the Yamanote Line, another elevated railway. People came all the way to have a look over them. There is a beautiful arch-shaped Hatagocho without a name nearby. You can see that later. The taxi is going round the back street. In a short time, the first shop will be coming into view on your left side. Now let me introduce the first restaurant of Akihabara food lovers' recommendation. This is Torio Keisuke, a ramen noodle shop. Do you like ramen? Japanese ramen, first introduced from China, evolved in unique ways in Japan. Now ramen is loved and well known as one of representative cuisines in Japan by many people in the world. There are so many different tastes of ramen with different soups such as salt, soy sauce, and miso base, paste base, as well as different think of noodles. Different ramen shops offer different ramen, and you will be attracted by the diverse and deep world of ramen. Among many ramen shops in Akihabara, this Torio Keisuke is very interesting and offers the one and only ramen. The menu to boast about of this shop is a bowl of ramen topped with chopped chicken leg. The appearance of the menu is full of impact and so special so you both should be excited. The cream soup with rich chicken balls is so tasty. Other menus are also period. For example, ramen with simple koi sauce based soup made of fish and chicken balls, and tsukeme ramen noodle salads, spirits with very rich sauce. Try any menu of this shop and you will never forget this unique ramen shop. Now on your right side is the elevated railway of the stop line. The reason why so many railways were elevated was because Meiji government ordered as such in order to avoid a both straight track by laying railroad on the ground. So you can see beautiful arch-shaped Hatagocho viaduct. Please look up your right upper side when the taxi turns to the left. Its bright green color is beautiful, isn't it? And the red black arch viaduct is in front of you. Those arch structure was built in more than 100 years ago. When the first Bansei bus station was built in 1912, Chiyo Line was expanded to Tokyo Station in 1919. Next, let me introduce the so-called idle country in Akihabara. On the 7th floor, pass a building with a red sign board up ahead of your right on the other side of the street. Pasila Theater is located. There you can see the performance of popular idol groups such as Kamen Joshi or Mask Girls. Speaking of idol group, the most famous one in Akihabara is AKB48. For the past dozen years or so, Akihabara is a town where not only items, but also idols are produced. The way introspection fans travel up their idols with soft and performance became well known and popular as otake, as those fans are called idol otaku. Soon you will enjoy VR experience at Onoden, where we passed by at Chuo Street. Onoden is a duty-free store and electronics retail store. Onoden deals not only in products made at visitors from foreign countries, but also from Japan. For example, Japan Translation Correction Section is on the ground floor that introduce Japanese handwork of high quality. The second and the third floor are home application station. The fourth floor is pop culture station where all shops deal in pop culture related goods that represent today's Akihabara. Here, please enjoy VR video of 3 restaurants you will pass by later. With VR headset, you can enjoy 360 degrees image as you move your head and eyes in different directions. Please enjoy experiencing the virtual visit to the restaurants. It will be spectacular. was your VR experience, and how did you like the 3 restaurants appeared in the VR video? I will give you more detailed expensive of each restaurant when you pass by them later. The taxi is going round the back street. Girls in costume often hand out flowers on the street. Please refrain from taking direct photos of them and avoid posting any photos on SNS if you can see face of passengers or those girls clearly. The next Akihabara food lovers recommendation is Akatsuka. What is your impression of the appearance? It looks as if time stopped here for decades, doesn't it? There is such a restaurant with long history in Akihabara town. Akatsuka opened in 1954 when Japanese people worked hard to rebuild the country after the Second World War. More than 60 years since then, Akatsuka has been loved by local people and watched the change of town. The wooden table and counter of the restaurant has warm atmosphere and reminds you of good old Japan. Popular menus include meat tastes of chicken, skin and liver, cuisine of fresh fish in season from Toyo's Fish Market. Don't you think it's the best choice to enjoy beautiful and thirsty Japanese cuisine representing Japanese changing seasons with chic? Nowadays, the restaurant has more young ladies and foreign guests in addition to long-time regular guests and offer workers of the neighborhood. Please feel the history of Akihabara and Japanese culture at Akatsuka. There is Kotobukiya, one of the top finger and place modern markets in Japan. Or Super Potato is a well-known retro video game shop in and out of Japan. There are many interesting shops on the back street. The street in front of you is Kanda-myojin Shinda Street. Can you see a building across the road with quilt pink ribbon and a heart-shaped object? That is the mark of At-Home Cafe, a well-known and popular men's cafe in Akihabara. Welcomed by men's son, you enjoy the excited world, forgetting young orange life, quite similar to Japanese tradition ozashiki asobi, culture in which you are entertained by Maiko-san. The taxi takes Chiyo Street, the main street in Akihabara, to get to the next restaurant. Self-map Akiba personal computer and the detergent store on your left side has eSport Studio Akiba on the 7th floor. Do you know eSports? Esports is abbreviation of electronic sports and a form of competition using computer games or video games. Esports is not so much familiar in Japan yet. However, its player population is more than 100 million in the world, and in some countries like USA, professional gamers are reckoned to be professional sports players. On your left side is Jichun Store. Jichun is a gaming machine brand Japanese PC mouse computer. PC market was lackluster a few years ago, but recently it is getting sexy again. One factor is heavy demand for PC with necessary space for video meeting, telework or remote work under the ground pension. Jichun is a machine brand Japanese PC mouse computer. This dual street turns into a pedestrian pattern on every Sunday. Many people enjoy walking on the car-free street. In autumn, the leaves of roadside ginkgo trees turn bright yellow and look very beautiful. By the way, one of the reasons why ginkgo is often chosen as roadside trees because it is strong against fire. As its trunk and leaves keep a lot of water, those roadside ginkgo trees block strong sun of summer season, and both crumple, dilutes, and improves the environment, and more protect us from fire. Now let me introduce another Akihabara food lovers recommendation. The third one is Akihabara Nagomido, a cafe located on the basement floor of the building on the opposite corner. It appeared in the VR video. Are you on Instagram? Instagram is a free online photo sharing application and social network platform used by 1 million people all over the world. Instagram is also popular in Japan with more than 33 million users. This Akamido is interesting cafe and being talked about a lot. The concept of the cafe dates of Taisho area from 1912 to 1926, when junior plan culture was introduced into Japanese lifestyle. Old books and entry future create a nice special with no taste and anyone can't help taking pictures. The cafe is also unique as it offers about 1,000 kami books that guests can read as they like. Not only that, share rooms, renting note PCs as well as battery charging are available. Because of this good service, quite a few people work from Nagomido. By the way, Japanese word Nagomi using the name of the cafe means feeling of calm and relaxing. If you visit Akihabara Nagomido, the cafe should relax your heart. Let me introduce the next Akihabara food lovers recommendation. The fourth restaurant is Gyusha. It is on your right-hand side, the opposite side of the road. If you ask the Japanese people which food do you like most, a cuisine always among the top is hamburger. Hamburger orange came from overseas and evolved in use within Japan, just like ramen noodle. Today, hamburger is a popular food and loved by people of a wide age group. Hamburger in Japan is so soft. Popular good hamburger restaurant in Akihabara is a Gyusha. Hamburger made of 100% beef, including famous Wagyu. It's very juicy and has a delicate and soft feel in the mouth. Take one bite and the meat flavor speeds through your mouth. Please make a choice among 5 different sauces such as pepper or garlic. Another popular menu here is clear and rice topped with a popular hamburger. Clear is full service and has plenty of beef meat and sweet, unique sweet in red wine and is talked about a lot. Believe or not, the restaurant offers a big side hamburger as heavy as 1 kilogram. Why don't you try the heavy hamburger to make unforgettable memory in Akihabara? Let me introduce next Akihabara food lovers recommendation. The fifth restaurant is Bengalu. The provincial restaurant Gyusha has a Korean menu, and Bengalu is a Korean special restaurant. Curry also came from overseas and evolved in unique ways in Japan, just like ramen noodle and hamburger. Among many Korean specialized restaurants in Akihabara, Bingo boasts the longest history. It opened in 1973. Since then, it has been loved by people in Akihabara for almost 50 years. The owner said that some guests who used to come to Bengalu when they are young often visit the restaurant again with their family. The restaurant has a comfortable atmosphere that makes you feel at home, and young ladies often visit here to enjoy nice career in a relaxing space. All career menus are cooked here with special career powder made by mixing mirror special and herb. Representative menu is green beef career with chunk of big meat. It is fragrant and has moderate search and bitterness. Besides that, popular menu include the beef curry topped with cheese and baked in an oven. vegetable curry with plenty of vegetables in season, which is more than 15 kinds. Please try those special curry and rice with long history that you can enjoy only in Akihabara. Let's move on to next Akihabara food lovers recommendation. The sixth shop I introduce is a mind cafe named Honey, a period in VR video. Maid Cafe represents the culture in Akihabara, a mecca of otaku. It is one of so-called custom-based cafe, where visitors in mind custom welcome guests as their master or apprentice and give them hospitality. Mind Cafe has enjoyed a high popularity among not only Japanese but also foreign people since its birth in 2001 as representative transmission country in Akihabara. Honey is a very popular mind cafe with men and women. Even beginners who never been to any mind cafe would enter easy. Actually, there are various kinds of mind cafe of different concept and service. Honey Go's point is its friendly minds who welcome guests with hospitality and delicious handmade foods. You can enjoy omelette rice and on which man Sandros gives pictures using ketchup, or homemade cake baked at cafe every day. The cafe offers such well variety of drinks that group of people choose Honey inside of traveling to enjoy drinking party, and a business person after work often stops by alone. Honey will add something special to your memory in Akihabara with cute mind song and delicious menu. Let's move on to next shop of Akihabara food lovers recommendation. The seventh shop I introduce is Testo Izakaya, Little TG Way, located on the fourth floor of the building on the left-hand side of you. This chain also appears in VR video. Testo Izakaya Little TG Way is very unique travel with concept of Japanese railway. One step inside and you will see rail train seats are reused and large railway demand is displayed. It's just like a railway theme park. Menus are also unique. Everything has something to do with railway or train, such as drink of the colors of Shinkansen, Bullet Train, or decide stick with remind you bursting red hot. Trains as well as who want so knowledge about railway, both children and adult will have a happy time in Testo Izakaya or railway terrace Little TG Way. Famous with children often visit here on the weekends. Once you visit Little TG Way, you may totally be fascinated by the world of railway. Let me introduce the next Akihabara food lovers recommendation. The eighth restaurant is Pizzeria and Bar Noga. With its being introduced this year, hotels aiming at tourists have been built one after another. Noga Hotel on the left-hand side is also a new hotel, built in 2020. A restaurant on the ground floor of the hotel is Pizzeria and Bar Noga. This superior restaurant consists of club restaurant area and crash bar area, and its high-class atmosphere makes this place to be a chic swap for soul intonation. If you sat on the terrace on the upper floor, you would be able to enjoy a relaxing time full of inspiration fleeing away from the houses and hobbies urban life. Pizzeria and Barnova Prade offers Spanish interior of fine taste cooked with carefully scattered ingredients. Fresh raw ham side and served on order and hot pigeon are perfect side dishes that go well with alcohol drink. They have about 100 kinds of wine carefully selected by sommelier. This is indeed an ideal restaurant to spend special time with some important for you or beloved. If you like, you can reserve the restaurant for big parties such as wedding after party, as well as farewell or welcome party. The party guests should be so surprised and impressed by the restaurant as they never expect such a stylish seat in Akihabara. The back street is always busy with deep otaku and engineers coming and going, and lined with professional specialty shops. Next, I introduce the nice shop of Akihabara food lovers' recommendation, Kanta Tamagoken, a shop with yellow sign, located in the deep of a narrow always on your right side. Representative menu in many restaurants in Japan is omelette rice. Catch flavor chicken fried rice is repeated with thin omelette, or topped with omelette. Delicately cooked and cut open on the rice is very popular from noodles to chicken. Kanda Tamagoken is a shop spread in such unique omelette rice. Its ground floor is open kitchen, and you can see chefs are cooking while enjoying. You can choose the sauce to pour on your omelette rice. Express popular scents are light taste tomato sauce cooked with white wine and rich demi-glace sauce made from beef sandwich with red wine. If you choose half and half, you can enjoy two different sauces. Actual homemade vegetable baked service with omelette rice are talked about a lot by guests. They are tasty and you can take them as much as you can eat. That makes your meal well planned and nutritious. There are tables on the second floor. I recommend you to come to Tamagoken with your friends or family. The taxi heads for the final stop via Chuo Street. After coming back to Chuo Street, the taxi passed by Don Quixote, a large discount change store. On the 8th floor of this Don Quixote building is AKB48 serial. AKB48, a female hand band and national idol, was born in Akihabara and owns the either to perform. AKB stands for Akihabara. AKB48 changed the professional image of idol with its slogan "Idol whom you can actually meet." AKB48 worked hard to interact with fans by performing almost every day on the stage and held Handshake It when you can attract shake hands with your favorite member. Now AKB48 has become a big name and everybody knows it. However, its members' accreditation started from the small stage in Don Quixote building in Akihabara. Performances are still often held on the stage and keep attracting many fans from throughout Japan as the symbolic seat of idol culture in Akihabara. Why don't you visit the stage to enjoy the members' stage and actual meeting idols? The Don Quixote is located up on your left side. Now I remember another event that I come to you to address. It is Kandashia Fiesta. Have you ever visited Kandashia before? Kandashia is a Shinto shire with long history, as long as 1,300 years, and represents Shinto shire in Tokyo. Located in just 10 minutes walking distance from JR Akihabara Station, the shire holds Kanda fairs once every 2 years. Kanda fair is a very famous fair that has been held since the 7th century. Early Edo period. It's one of the 3 major fairs in Japan, along with Gion Festival in Kyoto and the Denjin Festival in Osaka. The more you visit and get to know Akihabara, the more you will find the town so interesting. There is a Gundam cafe in the area called Cross the Field, located in the traveling direction. Do you know the animation movie Suit Gundam? The first series was there in 1979, currently the same year when Sony Walkman was released. From 1928 to 1989, Kanda Vegetable and Fruit Market, the biggest one in Japan, was located around here. After the market moved, the area was rebuilt as an IT hub named Crossfield and opened it in 2006. On the right side, under the elevated railway, can you find Gundam Cafe? The railway company, GR East, has been promoted to make a good use of order under the electric railway. Its basing attractive shops and factory. At the corner there is Chabala, where carefully selected food products from all over Japan are sold. Next, Shigubes Akioka Manufacture. This is a car manufacturer opened it in 2019, which always thrills you with new technology and great busy. The first latte also includes the second base. A camera shop sells many period cameras and trend-able lessons. The Kofan Akihabara shop, a shop specializing in powder CD and records. Tokyo Video Games, a cafe and bar looks like a return game record, where you can enjoy playing games and alcohol. Then please look at the right-hand side. There is Akihabara branch of Taiko Labo, a Taiko or Japanese drum school of the largest scale in the world. Also, there is 2K540 Akioka address across Kuramabashi Street in traveling direction. 2K540 means 2 kilometers and 540 meters by railroad term. The distance from Tokyo Station. Fast Street, which features the theme of Mango Fortune, opened in December 2010. By the way, Akihabara also has an art center, 3331 Arts Chiyoda, From here, it is located in front right area. 3331 Arts Chiyoda was opened in 2010. Based in the renovated Yonsei Junior High School, a former Chiyoda City Byoka Junior High School. Finally, I will introduce next Akihabara food lovers recommendation, the 10th shop. It is a food zone. Do you remember that I told you at the beginning of the tour that there was the largest vegetable and fruit market, Kanda Vegetable and Fruit Market from 1928 to 1989 in Akihabara? At that time, fresh vegetables and fruits gathered to Akihabara from throughout Japan. When the market was to move, a family run the wholesale business opened the shop. We seem to keep the place where people can eat a lot of tasty fruits. Fruit the dozen special is a very local fruit parfait. One fruit specialist would be able to make this parfait with more than 10 different kinds of fresh fruits of the season. Carefully select a rich decoration. Another popular menu is sandwich made on homemade cross bake in the shop every morning. Set menu consists of the cross sandwich, small peeled fruits cut up, drink, and small side dish and natural. Now I'll finish to introduce 10 nice restaurants of Akihabara food lovers' recommendation. Are there any shops you are interested in or you'd like to try? Then I will tell you the origin of the name of Akihabara. Tokyo Factory had fire since Edo period. Nothing had changed even in Meiji period, and there was a terrible fire in 1869. After the fire, the place around here was arranged to be a fire break in the space. A Shinto shell was built and 3 directors who private fairs was invited from the imperial place and interest. However, people misunderstood that Akibadai Gogen, a famous student who braves fires, was unshelled. So people called the shell Akiba-sama, and this area Akiba Gogen no Harappa or Akibapara, meaning the field of Akiba Daigogen shell. Hara in Japanese means field or open space. This is the origin of the name Akihabara. People in other countries are often considered manga or anime are for small children, but in Japan, adults also enjoy manga and anime. There have been amakimono, or intricate hand scroll that depict stories with pictures and text. For more than 1,000 years in Japan, people enjoyed stories following drawing and text scroll amakimono. You may call this is a hand-operated animated movie. The amakimono of the tale of Genji is well known and descended as a national terror. The front left side of you is Yodobashi Camera, Multimedia Akiba. Yodobashi Camera is a major Japanese retailer, especially in PCs, cameras, and photographs equipment, and this is the second largest store in Japan after Umeda store in Osaka. My tour guide friends often say this building has a black hole because some of their guests have disappeared in the building and never come back again. The guests who forested could come back, otherwise would say they don't understand why they were left for the meeting time. Now there is an entrance to the Tsukuba Express Akihabara station on your right side. Tsukuba Express went into operation in 2005, linking between IT Town Akihabara and the Tsukuba Silver City in 45 minutes. Right far side. Can you see the scene with Art Akiba? That is a pay toilet named Aoshi Akiba. Oashia Akiba was opened in 2006 and it offers clean and comfortable restrooms as well as a total information center and a smoking box. There are so many good restaurants I'd like to introduce to you, as good foods in Akihabara are very rich. I should be happy if I could have conveyed the lecture of the town of Otaku that you didn't know. When you visit Akihabara for sightseeing, please enjoy its unique foods and restaurants. After the tour, wait a period if you take a few minutes to fill out our questionnaire before leaving. Thank you very much for joining Akihabara Hybrid Experience.